Greetings, I'm Shaun Pruitt, Zacks equity strategist, and today I'm going to be discussing whether investors should buy the surge in First Solar stock before it's too late. So the excitement for First Solar's massive earnings potential is back in effect, with the solar industry leader being boosted by a powerful mix of policy support, analyst upgrades, and strong business fundamentals. And being a prime beneficiary of the Inflation Reduction Act, which has an emphasis on incentivizing and investing in clean energy and climate initiatives, more long-term visibility demand is on the horizon amid increased government funding for renewable energy. And this comes as First Solar's U.S. production facilities are reportedly sold out through 2028, with the company specializing in cadmium telluride thin film solar modules that offer superior performance compared to traditional silicon panels. And as a reminder, that the all-time high for First Solar stock is over $300 a share. Ticker symbol FSLR has now spiked 10% so far in October and is up nearly 40% year to date. So recently hitting a fresh 52-week peak of $248, this certainly begs the question of whether it's time to buy the surge in FSLR before it gets more expensive, or if there would still be better buying opportunities ahead. And here you can see First Solar stock is up about 15% over the last month. And ironically, this is still trailed the Zacks solar industry's gains of over 20%, but has outperformed the broader indexes significantly. So one thing investors will want to certainly pay attention to is First Solar's report later in the month. So propelling First Solar stock is that it's expected to post strong Q3 results on Thursday, October 30th. And Zacks projections call for First Solar's Q3 sales to be up an eye-popping 74% to over $1.5 billion compared to $887.67 million in the prior year quarter. And taking advantage of this impressive top-line expansion, First Solar's earnings are expected to climb 46% to $4.24 per share versus EPS of $2.91 in Q3 2024. And taking a look at the technical analysis for First Solar stock, with investors being lured by foreseeable expectations of high double-digit top and bottom line growth in fiscal 2025 and fiscal year 26, FSLR has been on a tear since breaking out above its 50-day and 200-day simple moving averages in July. It's right about here. And previously, at the end of last year, the drop in First Solar's 50-day SMA, which is illustrated by this green line, below the 200-day SMA, which is this red line, had led to an extended downtrend in FSLR before the reemergence of several catalysts, including the clarification of what ended up being favorable policy changes regarding updated rules for clean energy tax credits and federal incentives. And First Solar's 50-day and 200-day SMA support levels are currently at around $169 and $210 a share, respectively. So First Solar's attractive PE valuation is something investors will also be paying attention to, or paying attention to rather right now. And at current levels, FSLR still trades at a reasonable 16 times forward earnings multiple, despite such an extensive rally in recent months. From a historical perspective, First Solar stock not only offers a nice discount to the benchmark S&P 500 and many of its solar peers, but also trades more than 20% from its decade-low median of 21 times, which you can see here, with an extreme high of over 1,500 times right there. And right now it's at around 16 times forward earnings. So that's a very reasonable PE multiple considering its growth. And First Solar's price target and analyst upgrades. So blowing past its current average Zacks price target of $231.17 a share a few days ago, it's actually on par with these levels right now. But several analysts have recently upgraded their price targets for First Solar stock to over $260. And this includes analysts at BMO Capital, Jefferies Financial Group, JP Morgan, with Citigroup currently having a street high price target of $300, which offers 23% upside, more than 20% upside right now. So what does Zacks rank suggest? And most influential to Zacks' proprietary ranking system is the trend of earnings estimate revisions, with First Solar currently landing a Zacks rank number 3 hold. And over the last quarter, EPS revisions for First Solar are still positive, but have dipped in the last week, as you can see here for fiscal year 25 and fiscal year 26. And so the conclusion and final thoughts And the bottom line is just, although it's very enticing to chase the rally, the technical analysis of FSLR also shows how First Solar stock can be very volatile and influenced by these trading indicators. And it's understandable how the fear of missing out could be setting in, but the possibility of better buying opportunities is now off the table, even with new emerging catalysts such as the use of solar energy to support AI infrastructure. Again, I'm Shaun Pruitt, Zacks Equity Strategist. I hope you enjoyed this content. For more, please feel free to visit zacks.com/promo.